What's going on, Loud House Nation? It's your main man Loud here with another little story time episode. It'll just be a bit of a different format. I guess consider this more kind of like a more heart to heart with your boy and the viewers. Um, if I use any names in the sake of the story, I'm gonna base all more of this discussion here. It'll be kind of like placeholder to not actually put the person on spot or nothing. Gotta be careful just throwing people's personal deeds out there. But I had a viewer of mine, who's been watching since I think probably the first Friday Night Funkin' tutorial I dropped. We'll call him Tim for sake of the video, again, privacy protection stuff. Who messaged down on one of my posts and was like, hey, been in winning, we hadn't talked. See you doing well with the stuff. Just kind of wish I can get where you at. And, bro was a little bit down in the dumps. So I sent my response to him, but just kind of doubling back on that, I wanted to talk about it because I've been seeing it not just with you, Tim, but a couple of my buddies, colleagues, a couple of people around where motivation just seems to kind of be at a low right now. And I get it. Just outside factors alone, of what's going on in the world and stuff nowadays, but everything that can go in your personal life. Now I'm not asking for all the deeds and stuff, because trust me, I got my own stuff that's going on. But I want to say that bad times don't last forever. Things are temporary. While when the good times come, bad times can also come. The biggest thing you can learn from that is when you're going through those bad times, no, it doesn't last forever, and the good times are just going to be rolling around. But going back to my main thing, for Tim here, even where I'm at with 600 people, I realistically 598, but we'll get them back. Getting around with 600, don't take it as like, oh, I'm more successful or bigger, better than you. It took time to even get to where I'm at here. It wasn't just something of, oh, well, I just happen to blow up. And even when you blow up like that, you have to stay consistent. There's consistency, dedication, and passion for your content and what you're putting out there. And I wouldn't even say just with this whole thing for YouTube, but just any goal and stuff you got set in mind. But the biggest thing that drives people to, just in any goal on getting, like obtaining and reaching your goals, is your why. What's keeping you going, that no matter what anyone says, no matter what hardships or obstacles that come through, what keeps you as the sole person who has this goal, that no matter what, you're gonna keep it moving. Yeah, you can kind of tie it a little hand in hand with motivation. The only reason I kind of throw motivation to the wayside a little bit is because you have it where you can feel super motivated to do one thing, and then something comes up and then it kind of kills that motivation. Like, think of it. I'll just use an example. Like, I know, growing up, you have like, oh, I'm kind of feeling motivated. I'm gonna clean the house and do the dishes and stuff like that. Just cause I'm feeling. Let me get in my thing. And I ain't gonna lie, you have it where your parents or somebody come through and they be like, hey, clean the house, do the dishes. And I'm like, I'm kind of just killing my motivation. I was just in the mood to do it. And I ain't doing all this. I don't want to do it. Just something that's like kind of a fun example for it. But find your why. If nothing else you take from this video, find your why. That's gonna be the most important. Another example I'll bring up for you, and I know my anime stuff, you see the hat, will be Luffy versus that little poison dude or whatever. I forgot his name. It was the Impel Down arc. If you're not there, I apologize. Very brief spoilers. But Luffy's trying to go and save his brother Ace before an execution goes through. There's no plausible way that Luffy can beat. At least at the time, he couldn't beat him. He didn't have that hockey. He didn't have all them extra hacks that would have made like Luffy where we know him now, where he could have beat him, dude. But regardless, even with all the odds stacked against him, this whole underground government facility, this prison system to go and save him, his why was more important than any of that, and it would not stop and would not deter him. Even when I know kind of the helpers that were with him, Bon Clay, we'll say Buggy in kind of a quotations, even the people who are like, dude, this is impossible, there's no way, how you even planning to do, yada yada, XYZ, all these factors that are coming to him, his why shone through the most, and he let that be his factor for keep going through. And that's what I'll challenge you for, Tim. Find your why. What motivates you getting on the platform? And even past the motivation, just What's your big drive that's keeping you moving? What's your one thing that even if you're hitting, hardly any views or no one really watching or interacting with your content, what's your thing that no matter despite all that, or even if I get people, saying some mean stuff, because I won't lie, when I started on my journey 13 years ago, I had some people saying some horrendous stuff to me, man. If my real ones know back in my Reg-Bro era, I had it where like, man, you trying to be PewDiePie. Oh my God, your stuff sucks. What is this garbage? I could go back to them comments today and just tell you some brutal stuff. Online criticism is real, folks. But regardless of all that, my why was bigger that, you know what? At that young age, I was like, hey, I saw what this dude Corey did. Big shout out, my boy. Still inspiration for me going. But I saw what this dude did, and I really wanted to push myself. Like, hey, you know what? I think I can get to 100. And I want to prove and test myself that I can do that. Look at me now, 600 here. Still growing and still learning. We'll get there, for bigger stuff and my bigger goals. Like right now, my biggest theme is 1,000. And my why for that is no matter what, no matter the excuse. The same way we got this technology around us, you can go on your phone, check a post, check a text, or even play the game. My why for myself is if I got the time to go and do all that, what's to stop you from getting up here grinding so you can get to that goal? And just what's gonna keep motivating you. There's no excuse. I can do it and I can achieve it. Set your mind to it and you keep moving. Have that patience, have that diligence with yourself, and just understand, even past just YouTube, but any goal you got set, it's gonna be a journey. Part of it is learning both the roadmap and like the obstacles and stuff you'll have to face. Another part of that is kind of learning at certain intervals when you're on this journey, where you're gonna have to kind of learn to grow past some things or change up the way you interact in this one situation here and there, and just overall growing you to get to that end result. A lot of people kind of just jump on and they want to take those shortcuts to get there and misses some important lessons on the way, to where say you get to that next step, but now you don't know how to get advanced from there because you missed some lessons from X, Y, and Z because you wanted to jump and skip over it. What I'm meaning to say to you, Tim, because I want to wrap it up, I don't want to make this too long for y'all, is just find the why and just be patient and trust in the process. It'll get there. You'll see yourself jump through. The fun part about this whole thing, at least for me, is I get to see these people who interact and really enjoy my content. The reason why Markiplier and Corey and them are as big and where they're at now is they had to go through the same process, but they found their community. Think of it. Corey's got the samurai community. Dashy, he's got it where it's like, kind of the loud, we're not just, but like, hey, it's all we Dash, and got them. Everybody's got their own different community, their own little tribe on this nest and hub of YouTube. You gotta find that, and that's where it is for a lot of us small-time creators. Both kind of putting yourself out there to where people are gonna see, hey, I think I like this person. I'm gonna stick with them for a minute. And also building that community. Get it? You gotta understand, not everybody's gonna jive and vibe on the same thing. Yeah, you working in, say, I think, what was your thing, Tim? Like gaming. A lot of people are hyped up in that. You gotta find what sets you apart, and then just keep acting and working in it. And it'll take time, because you got a lot of these people where they like, think of it kind of like brand loyalty. They'll go and stick over there, and just eventually they'll come and see your thing. You just gotta keep working and trusting. Because I'll tell you, it's one thing where you got people believing and trusting, pushing and motivating you up. Wipe them away. Who's believing and trusting that you're gonna keep it moving? You can't do that for yourself, and you expect them to want to push, enjoy, share, and love your content and be there and, believe in it if you can't do that for yourself. Find your why, man. Find your inspiration. Keep it moving. Be patient and understand it's a journey. You'll get there. Trust me, this whole thing for me that you're seeing, 600, this is 13 years in the making. Now, mind you, I had my on and off periods, when I was active 13 years ago. I won't lie to you, it was like a whole, I can't give you the full timeline of it. Heck, I don't even remember. Like a couple months out to almost a year or something. Heck, if you go back in my video backlog, you can even see where it's been just some dips and stuff of where I posted, didn't post, all that. I won't even lie. Some comments got to me to where I like, I don't even want to bother getting back on the platform. But here I am now once again, and look at what we accomplished. And we can only accomplish more from here. Only thing that can stop one stifle growth is you. Find your why, man. You'll get there. I want to thank y'all for tuning in, and if you ever need to, reference back to this video for motivation and some more day-to-day tips and advice. I know I meant to have some story time stuff in here, so technically I didn't exactly make it story time related, so my apologies on that. But I just want to go ahead and share that with y'all today, for real. Someone told me to kind of get this message out. If you ever feel like you need to talk to somebody, or if you got other tips, stories, and stuff you want to share, comment it down below. I'm more than happy and willing to talk with y'all. Or you can hit me up on the social and a couple other things too. But I want to thank y'all again for tuning in. Find your motivations, find your whys. You'll get there no matter what journey you're going through. Your boy Loud, over and out.